Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Kaepernick. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Kaepernick. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 14-0. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Midfield, here's Kaepernick. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Casey Hayward. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try.
Touchdown! That's caught. Christian Kirk doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, it's Kaepernick. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
To throw, Kaepernick. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. On play action, it's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option.
Edmonds a 1st down and more. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
On 2nd and goal, Murray trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Corey Willis.
He's got daylight. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now the try here for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Marvin Hall returning it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with
touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 78 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Throw left side, take it in by Pittman. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Kaepernick going to throw. They're going right back to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Working with a 2nd and 3. To throw is Kaepernick. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Murray flips us forward on a jet sweep. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. N'Keal Harry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals continue to pull away here in this first half. Prater for the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. On the return is Hines. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Taylor's got the first down and more.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now this time Murray to throw it. He'll find Harry on the right side.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 21. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Kaepernick.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. On first down, Kaepernick.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Kaepernick now on first down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Kaepernick.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He'll air this one out for Kirk. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they've got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Murray giving to Connor on the option. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. $35 yards that time on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Darius Leonard blew that play up.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Play fake. Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khari Willis in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Oh, they'll let Kirk try and run. Finding room to the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, 34 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss. Because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. On the return is Hines. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is Just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Kaepernick now on first down. This is caught by Hilton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He goes right back the way of Hilton. Touchdown, Colts. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Blankenship out for the point after. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Prater on to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. On the return is Hines. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
The Cards going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Kaepernick now to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And he'll find Pittman. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Murray a give to Edmonds on the option. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Murray now to throw. And this one is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Here's Kaepernick. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And now here's another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now Murray off play action. Out to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray now running right on the option. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Here's Connor on the read option. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
On the return, here's Hall. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Arizona. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now Kaepernick looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Kaepernick to throw again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell there to make the grab.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
On the return, here's Hall.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
They'll start with the option.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On 1st down, Kaepernick. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. 63. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.